Kima's Never Seen It. I'm Kima, and today the musical we're going to be talking about is Mamma Mia. If you're seeing this movie, you know it has nothing to do with school or graduation or anything like that. But as of recording today, I'm graduating, and I just wanted everybody to know. So don't be afraid to say congratulations in the comments. But enough about me. Let's get into what this movie's about based on the DVD cover summary. So there's a lot of frills on this one too at the end of the DVD cover summary, talking about Meryl Streep and, it's a musical, it's fun, da 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 da. So I'm just gonna be the very first part of the DVD cover summary. Sophie has just one wish to make her wedding perfect, to have her father walk her down the aisle. Now she just has to find out who he is. Short, sweet, and to the point, and I did not know that majority of the songs, if not all the songs in this musical, are ABBA songs. I only know ABBA. I only know a couple of their songs. So then eventually when they came up in the movie, I was just like, oh, that's ABBA. ABBA. How do you say it? I think it's ABBA. That's ABBA. I know those songs. And then I looked later and I was just like, oh, it's like all their songs. So we start off with Sophie. She is going to some little mailbox and she's sending out 3 separate letters to 3 separate men. It looks like they all live different lives in some capacity, but obviously whatever Sophie is sending to them, they're all gonna end up in the same place. Then we meet Sophie's friends. Now Sophie's friends are there because Sophie is getting married tomorrow. She tells them that she always wanted to know who her father was and she wants him to be able to walk her down the aisle. They get all excited because they're just like, oh my God, you found him? That's cool. And she's like, no, I read my mom's diary and I found 3 separate men's names in there and sent them letters pretending to be my mother, and they're all gonna come here. She thinks that once she sees them, immediately she'll find, you're my dad. Like she'll be able to have some kind of connection with them, which is wild to think, but I guess she kind of just lives in her own head. Also, very invasive to go through someone's diary, but I guess, again, in her head, everything makes sense. So all the men are going to sail to the place, island, wherever they are, to go to Sophia's wedding. They don't know each other, but they all end up in the same place and actually end up sailing together. Who would have thought? Then we meet Tanya and Rosie. Those are the mom's friends, which I'll introduce her in just a second. But those are the mom's friends. They're on a boat sailing also, I'm guessing, for the wedding. So we're meeting a bunch of people. We also meet Sophie's fiance. He comes out for a second. Turns out she didn't tell him that she invited the men to the wedding because she knows, oh, if he found out, he would tell my mom or he would be mad at me. So this whole secret thing, I don't know, might blow up in her face, but what's done is done. And then we meet Donna, who is the mom, and she's going to pick up her friends, Rosie and Tana. Now, they're older ladies, and it seems like they have been friends for years and years and years. And it's so cute. They have their own little dance, just like Sophie and her friends did, like their own little dance, their own little chant. And it's so cute. Like the longevity of friendships is, I love it so much. I also think they're all single. So Donna is single. Rosie is a famous, she wrote a cookbook, so she's famous for that, but she's just like, no, it's okay, I don't really need a man, whatever. And then Tana has been through some failed marriages, so she's also single. So, they just all enjoy each other's company. Donna runs a hotel by herself, and everything's breaking down. And she even said that even with her working there for the past, I think she said 15 years or however long she's been working there, it seems like after all of her work, after all of her hard work and everything she does, she has nothing money-wise left for herself. So she talks about oh, if only I had a wealthy man to be able to, afford life, that would be great.
All those things I could do. If I had a little money, it's a rich man's world.
And while I will say not necessarily a wealthy man, I will say having more money would be amazing. Preach. Then we go back to the men. It's Harry, Sam, and Bill. They show up to shore and they see Sophia. And turns out Sophia doesn't feel anything. Who would have thought? But she has to hide them, and she said she wants them to stay in this goat house until the wedding. She doesn't want anybody to know. She doesn't want her mom to know. It's their secret, and she told them that she doesn't know that she invited them. Keep it a secret. Don't tell nobody. Doesn't matter because Donna ends up seeing them, and she has flashbacks of all 3 of them for when they were younger and they were in their older phases. One of them was a rocker. I think it was Harry. Sam was a hippie. Bill was a surfer dude. And she's just what are they doing here? What's going on? So she sneaks around to try to get a better look at them and ends up dropping in on them. So they all confirm with Donna, like, oh, we don't know each other. And that's a relief to Donna because she's just like, ooh, thank God. All these men that I were with didn't really cross paths. That's good.
Strangers? You don't know each other.
That's generally the definition.
But she ends up telling them, y'all can't stay here. Y'all can't stay in my goat house. Y'all got to go somewhere. So when Donna leaves the goat house, she tells Rosie and Tanya, the girls, she tells them, oh my God, all of her potential dads are here. And she starts breaking down because she kind of feels bad that she doesn't really know who Sophie's father is. And I guess the reality of them all being there at one time was just a little much for her. The girls go to see the men in the goat house, but they had already left. I guess they got the hint from Donna to be like, we're not welcome here. We shouldn't be here. And again, afterwards, Donna is just like, I can't believe that I have no idea who her father is. What does that make me seem like?
And I have brought this all on myself because I was a stupid, reckless little slut.
Whoa!
What I will say is that as long as you're being safe, as long as you're being conscious in your decisions, and this is something that you want to do, not something you're being pressured to do, who cares? Have fun. Just be safe and just have fun. Who cares? But like I said, the men are leaving, but Sophie sees them all on a boat and she swims over to them and is just like, what's going on? You said you'd be here for my wedding. They tell her, well, your mom isn't really too happy with us being here, so we have to go. But along the way, she convinces them all to stay. So Donna's upset that she doesn't know who the father is, but the show must go on because the wedding's tomorrow. There's a lot to do today. And there's a little get together where all of those men show up. And Sophie ends up talking to each of them and spilling to each of them in some way that they're her father. And at least Harry and Sam offer to walk her down the aisle. Billy is kind of like, sure, I guess. He's not as forthcoming, but the other two are just like, yeah, I'll walk you down the aisle. You're my daughter. So the next day, Sophie's all stressed because of something that she chose to do, because she chose to go through her mother's diary, invite 3 strangers to her wedding that she doesn't know, has never met, doesn't know anything about these people. One of them could have been dangerous. All of them could have been dangerous. But now she's upset and throwing it out or hashing it out on other people for her mistake, honestly.
I don't want my children growing up not knowing who their father is because it's crap.
And I don't like that. I can understand she's going through a stressful time with the wedding itself plus everything that's going down, but don't yell at Donna. Donna didn't do this. As in, Donna didn't invite them. This is on you, Sophie. You should have left those men alone. So Sam is the one who Donna was with first, but he ended up leaving. And then that's when she went off with Harry and Bill. So Sam is talking to Donna and is just like, oh, Sophie seems great. I don't think she should be getting married so young, which Sophie is only 20. So, I mean, I agree, but I know that's not how everyone else functions. So do what you want to do. But he's just like, I don't think she should be getting married. I think she should be traveling or seeing the world or just enjoying life. And Donna agrees too, but she's just like, Sophie does whatever she wants to do. Clearly. Sophie ends up telling her fiance, Sky, I don't think I mentioned his name is Sky, that she invited all of the dads. And he starts to get upset with her, which isn't good, but he ends up having a good point.
It's about knowing who I am, and I wanted to get married knowing who I am.
That doesn't come from finding your father. That comes from finding yourself.
So he's just like, I didn't even really want a big wedding. Now I'm not sure if I want to do the wedding because, why didn't you tell me? Why is all this going on? So I think it's a weird cop-out to not want to marry her. But at the same time, I understand his point of being like, just because your father's here doesn't mean your life is going to be complete. You don't even know this person. Again, she's frustrated, yelling at other people. Why? Don't know. She shouldn't be, but she is. And after all that, she finds Donna and she's just like, you know what? I just need your help getting ready for the wedding. And Donna helps her. It's very cute. I mean, a mother helping her daughter get ready for her wedding. That's very, very cute. And after she gets ready to go up the mountain to go get married. It's all for her marriage. No Sheila. So skipping to the wedding, they all went up that mountain. Donna is actually the one who is going to give Sophie away. Sophie asked her and she said, of course, I'll give you away. But Sophie thinks it's also a great idea to air out, oh yeah, by the way, Mom, I invited all these men to the wedding because I thought one of them was my dad and I wanted to know on my wedding day and thought it'd be this really cute moment, but obviously it's not. Donna thinks that Sophie is disappointed in her because she doesn't know who her dad is because she was with these men all in a close proximity of time. But Sophie's just like, no, you're my mom. I love you. Like, I don't care.
I don't care if you slept with hundreds of men. You're my mom. And I love you so much.
But then all the dads come together and they're just like, you know what? We don't know biologically who the real father is, but all of us will claim to be your dad. You know, this is a beautiful moment. Love you, blah, 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 blah. We all have a connection to Donna. So we're all your dad now. And then Sophie's just like, good. Glad that's over. I don't want to get married anymore.
You never wanted this anyway. I know that. Let's just get off this island and just see the world, okay? All right.
I love you.
Again, getting married at 20 is crazy, but she's just like, you know what, Sky, let's just go travel. Let's go through this next chapter in life before we get married, which is cool, but also I think his reaction was a little too forthcoming for me. So Sophie and Sky run out. Again, they're not getting married. They're just going to go live their young lives together as a couple. But we can't let all the wedding stuff go to waste. And Donna and Sam get married. He's honestly been fiending for her this entire time that he's seen her on the island. And, you know, kept reminiscing of like times that they had and the time they spent together and all this kind of stuff. So honestly, it just felt right. And at the reception, this pipe thing from underground burst and they relate it to Aphrodite's fountain, which I guess, you know, if you drink water from her fountain or you're under her fountain, it like induces love or something like that. Some mythology. So, you know, everyone's dancing in the fountain water and everything's going good. And at the end of the movie, Sky and Sophia sail off so that they could start the next chapter of their relationship. And we end the movie with a nice little music number from ABBA. ABBA. And then that's the end of the movie. I do think that this is a cute movie. This one wasn't as long as all the 14-hour movies I've been watching, so it felt like a quick little thing, but not okay. This movie got a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. We can keep it where it's at. I honestly, I haven't seen many musicals, but I would like to think that I like musicals. We'll see what other musicals I watch this month. But this one, maybe I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I think 55% I think it's pretty spot on. It being kind of average, an okay movie, musical. I don't know. It just didn't do too much for me. But obviously, if you disagree, let me know. But that's the end of my video. Thank you guys again for tuning in this Thursday to go ahead and watch. If there's something you agree with, don't agree with, you want to see how good I did, you want to wish me a happy graduation day, or you have any suggestions on movies or anything else that I can watch in the future, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, tell everybody you know about my channel. I've been doing this every Thursday, and regardless if I like the movie or not, I'm watching them and I'm having fun doing it. So come on. And don't forget to follow me on social media, TikTok and Instagram at Kima's Never Seen It, and on Blue Sky at That's Kima J. Also, you can head over to those pieces of social media and make any movie suggestions. Sometimes I do like to make videos or posts that say, hey, suggest something for this month, or anyone have any ideas, so don't be afraid to make suggestions over there too. As always, I would love to express my appreciation and gratitude for you guys for tuning in every Thursday. As soon as I post, you got that notification bell on and you watch my video. But I know there's some of you who don't do that. So if this is your first time seeing me, or for some reason you're not subscribed, go ahead, look back on my old videos, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free, I swear. But I'll do it for this week, guys, and I will see you back here next Thursday. Bye.